Hi, and welcome to the Alexa Show. My name is Alexa Servodidio, and I'm your host, and I'm so excited to be here tonight with our exciting, talented guest, Jodi Langel. She's an incredibly talented Broadway actress, author, and CEO and founder of Making It on Broadway, where she uses her unparalleled vocal, coaching, and acting skills to help thousands accomplish their dreams. Jodi, welcome to the Alexa Show.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
So excited to have you here. Well, show business is such a notorious, tough, competitive industry. How has it been with your success and your longevity?
Well, it's been incredible, especially during these hard times. Students have been longing for interaction and to use their skills and use their voices and interact. So we decided during COVID to finally, do something. So I had this idea, I have this company called Making It on Broadway, and twice a year we do intensives, musical theater intensives in New York City. And they take a master class with a big Broadway star. So we have a star named Jeremy Jordan, Stephanie J. Block, who won the Tony last year for the Cher Show. So I had an intensive in July in New York City. Obviously that couldn't happen. So yes. I thought, oh my gosh, I have this intensive. I have 30 students signed up for this intensive. And I had a lot of students from Florida signed up for this intensive. And I said, oh my gosh, what if we do this here in Boca Raton? We went into the ballrooms. We spaced out the ballrooms that they were big enough to socially distance. We put chairs in I said, I have to get a big Broadway star to come down here. So I reached out to Samantha Pauly. She is one of the leads in a big Broadway musical called Six, which was set to open on Broadway the day Broadway shut down. So crazy enough, I reached out to her on Instagram. I DM'd her on Instagram and I said, would you like to come down to Boca Raton, Florida and do this intensive? And she said, absolutely, I would love to. And then we had all these Broadway stars lined up. We had Sierra Boggess, who is the original Little Mermaid. We had Rob McClure, who's Mrs. Doubtfire, that was set to open during the pandemic. We had him. We had all these Broadway stars. Erica Henningsen, who was my student, she was the lead Mean Girls. We had all these just huge Broadway stars lined up.
So how has it been? Because you've helped so many people accomplish their dreams and so many people of your students make it to Broadway. What is it like for you to see them on stage and see them performing?
I mean, it's so fulfilling. And Erica Henningsen called me when she's the star of Mean Girls, but she called me when she booked her first Broadway show, which is Les Miserables, which was my first Broadway show.
My favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely love it.
She called me and she said, Jodi, I did it. And just like tears streaming down my face, because I remember when I got the call, that was my first Broadway show, and just tears streaming down my face. But it's equally as fulfilling when I work with a student on a song and they call me and they say, I got the lead in my High School Musical. Like, it's equally as fulfilling when that happens. So Broadway is just a destination.
If it's Broadway, if it's a high school play or a musical, you're giving such a gift to these students, to these children, adolescents, by allowing them to pursue their dream, to even have a chance to be seen, which is such a huge feat. If anyone knows about the entertainment business, it is so hard to get in front of different casting directors and different people in this industry. So that gift you give them to be able to say, I had my chance. I was able to have someone see me sing and really just show my passion and my soul. It's really empowering work that you do.
Thank you so much. And it's so empowering for me to even be able to change a life by a student getting, a part in their high school play or to book a show on Broadway. It's just about changing the life in a small way.
How do you juggle all that you do, being an actress, a coach, a mom, a wife, a CEO, a founder? How do you find time? How do you juggle it all?
I don't, honestly, sometimes I don't know because I have a 10-year-old. And during COVID, and I was teaching her math and reading and teaching lessons. And last year I was starring in Mamma Mia at Actors Playhouse. So I was driving to Miami and doing that and, teaching, and it's fun. I love to juggle it all. And
I think it's part of being an actress too, because I think, as we all know, the show must go on. So you never know last minute what's going to happen, and you kind of have to improvise. And I think also be flexible, which is so important in this industry, but also in life to have that flexibility and be able to kind of go back and forth, but also follow your passion at the same time.
I think we as actors love that. We love living like gypsies. And, at a certain time in my life, I've starred in 4 Broadway shows and national tours. So I'm used to that lifestyle of just juggling and being in a different place and being in different cities. And so I'm kind of used to that. Now obviously I have, acting is not my first vocation anymore, but I star in shows in South Florida Theater, and I'm actually probably starring in the first show that's going to be in South Florida. I'm starring in Mamma Mia at the Wick, which is supposed to be going up in January, February. So we'll see if that happens.
Now, last year, you recently had surgery on your vocal cords. How was it you kind of overcoming that fear of maybe not being able to sing or act again?
It was scary. I mean, I completely implicitly trusted my doctor. He's probably the best surgeon in the world, and he's the only surgeon that does very small, minute kinds of surgery like this. So I completely trusted him, but it was hard. I could only talk 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes an hour, every hour. I get used to having like a dry erase board and doing that, but having a 10-year-old and wanting to talk to her and going was very, very difficult. And part of it, I mean, I've had roles in shows where I just couldn't talk, playing Ava in Evita and Ava Perón in Evita when I did it at the Maltz Jupiter, and not being able to talk between shows. It's just part of the lifestyle and that's part of, in my book, Making It on Broadway, just talking about the real lifestyle of what a Broadway performer is. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's a business first. That's what you really have to know. It is a business first. And it's so about how much you take care of yourself and what do you do for your voice. And it's, when you get a show, you really have to take care of yourself. And you cannot go out and talk and go to bars and even loud restaurants and talk, because that in itself is just killing your voice. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go home. Also going into a business where you're auditioning all the time. How are you presenting yourself in a room? Like all of those kinds of things, you really just have to have a tough skin and really be smart about the way you're presenting yourself in an audition room and all those kinds of things, because you're gonna hear no a lot.
Yes.
And how are you taking that and not personalizing it?
Absolutely. I've been watching many of your videos, of your performances, but also of your work with the different students. And it's really amazing to see the before and the after. And I think it's about the performance, but it's also about the confidence. Now, during COVID and, things are limited, what tips can those do while at home in quarantine to hone their skills and getting themselves ready for an audition?
That's a great question. I think it's always great to watch really good performers and watch what moves you and emulate that. Broadway performers that you think are fantastic. Watch, performers giving master classes. There's free ones out there. But, I would stay away from the TikTok videos or the people just wailing and trying to emulate that, because that goes in the wrong direction.
Sometimes less is more. Sometimes it's just showing and shocking with your presence and with your inner silence and inner depth and what's behind your eyes. I've seen that in so many of your performances that I've been watching in your video. And I was wondering, we're at the end of the show. Would you be able to take us out with a song or just belting a few notes just for us?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll do the end of, oh my gosh, do you want to see something funny?
Yes.
So perform, Zoom on top, pajamas on the bottom.
So am I.
You too?
Yes.
Okay, truth be told. Let's see. I'll do the end of Winner Takes It All. I don't want to talk because it makes me feel sad. And I understand you've come to take my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad. Seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The game is on again. A lover or a friend. A big thing or a small. The winner takes it all. The winner takes it all.
Bravo. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. And
Thank
everyone,
you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure, everyone, you're finding your peace within the chaos. Everyone, have a good night.